Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to share with you that as of roughly midday, Sunday, April 30th, 2023, in Pacific time, I have completed the anchoring in of the new time sphere, which is the energy architecture for the bonus round timeline. And I'm so excited and I'm so delighted, and I spent a long time in this incredible energy space that my human body could only laugh and cry at the same time, and not crying in any kind of a negative way, just like my whole body was just shaking and laughing and crying was like I was at the very edge, I feel, of actually fully disincorporating from my human body, which is not what I'm interested in doing. But I had to share this with you. It's just the most astonishing experience and so beautiful, and just a reminder that the new time sphere has no records written in it. It is entirely empty and unwritten, and you can move into it and create whatever you want. Now, certain energies for creating that have been available in the old time sphere throughout the cosmos before now, those just won't be allowed for creation in the new time sphere. So, if you wanted to create from a place of manipulation or extraction or fear or cult, power stuff, none of that will work in the new time sphere. You can create from those energies if you really want to. That will keep you bounced into the old time sphere, which is still operational and available. Within, though, remember from the earlier transmissions on this, within the boundaries of the new spiral for this cosmos. So you can go back and listen to those prior transmissions about the new spiral for this cosmos and all of those different pieces if you aren't current. But also, even if you think you did listen to those, you might find that you get a lot more out of listening to them again. In any event, what I am so excited about this, and I can feel that some of you will be curious, how did that happen and what was that like? All I want to say today is that it happened, and that the mechanism through which I anchored is the same mechanism that I have been using to bring in some of the new master frequency templates and master frequency codes that I have been bringing in since January of 2019 through the writing of the stories of the 7 stars. And the first full-length fantasy novel in that world of the 7 stars was completed today, and has been the anchoring mechanism for several of the most potent kind of earth and cosmos, and some specific to me, magics and codes being created. And so it is now complete, and here we go. And I've been feeling the entry into this new time sphere, but not able to really move into it. And so really more deconstructing of identity was required. And it was just, there were still even little bits that needed to be deconstructed, dissolved, removed. And so if you're having any struggles, or you're feeling, sensing, aware of this energy architecture of the new time sphere, but not feeling your ability to really fully move into it and experience it, there could be a million different reasons for this, but one of them may be related to this deconstructing of identity that's required. And certainly the neurobiology work of new neural pathways and resourcing and regenerating all of your nervous system, not just your nervous system in the way that we often think of being related to things like trauma or fear or stress or shock, but the entire system of nerves throughout the body. And just so much. So I think this is probably where I'm going to leave it today, but I had to make sure that I paused and celebrated this with you and shared it with you so that you can be celebrating it too, because oh my gosh, it's unbelievably beautiful. And we get to just sort of like do that Silver Surfer wild rollicking ride inside this new time sphere, and it's just amazing. It's just amazing. And I've been working with the record keepers specifically on this now for weeks, and they always present themselves to me as two beings, kind of light beings, although that's just kind of like a translation of something that can't be translated into the human mind, no matter how many words we may be skilled at. And the image that they love to give me from the beginning of this work together on it has been of like I'm riding kind of this old school, old-timey kind of motorcycle, and there's a sidecar that's attached to it. And the two of them are in this sidecar, and they're so gleeful and happy and joyous, and we're like vroom, flying around, like zooming around in this huge empty time sphere, just like experiencing it and just being in it in the absolute delight and beauty of it. And for them to be able to have the experience in this cosmos for the very first time of they have no foreknowledge. Again, that's using time as a line and time as a sphere, but they have, nothing is written. There are no records for this new time sphere. So you cannot consult the records about what will happen in this time sphere, and be aware of that. As you work with the records, understand that they will be drawing from the old time sphere when they give you information. And this is useful in many ways, but also it may not be useful anymore. So I really encourage you to let go of the old stories from the records and move into the new and consider what would that look like. And this is where I'm going to leave you. It feels like so much motion and movement today, kind of the constant motion of light, of energy that is the creational, deep, sacred current of life force in this cosmos. But the way into this is through the living stillness. There is a stillness that is alive, and so it is paradoxically moving in the stillness that is within you, and you can go into that center place of living stillness, and it is through there that you can access this new time sphere and new, gorgeous, amazing timeline, so to speak, but it's a sphere, actually, as all time is. And so I hope that you will use that and find that to be of a useful, beautiful thing, and also understand that your relation to human time as you move into this will almost make no sense, even more than we have laughed about in the past about it. That human time will be moving along at its always pace, and many of us have had the experience of human time is speeding up. It's not. We are slowing down. We are slowing down more and more into that center, at the center of the spinning top, where we are in the living stillness. And the more we slow down, the more the experience of human time seems to speed up on the outside almost, right? I don't know how else to describe that. So I hope you'll join me in this joyous celebration, and I love you, and beautiful, beautiful, beautiful wonder.